got there, we were on the State Street side of the Capitol, and I was standing with my wife, and I don't know, we were 30 or 40 yards from the stage. And again, it was a sea of humanity that I had never seen before in my life. And I turned to my wife and I said, "You see that stage up there?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, last fall, when I ran for governor, we had a rally with the exact same stage, and we had close to 30 people at that debate." So why am I telling you that story? I'm telling you that story because I think the message here is last year we were sleeping. Yeah. Let's just say what happened. We were, and you can be critical of me and of my candidacy or whatever. I think Senator Feingold had served this state for a great number of years. And he was called out. We know there was a tidal wave that swept through this state, and we let it happen. We let it happen. And now we're getting a second chance with this race right here and the other races that are going on around the state. When Governor Walker talked about, when he was in that conversation that he thought was with one of the Koch brothers, I think he made one of the most telling statements in Wisconsin political history. And some of you may have seen it, some of you may have heard it. Because he was talking to this gentleman, he assumed it was Mr. Koch. And he said, "Yes, we met the day after the Super Bowl. We had dinner at the executive residence. And here it is, a day that everyone in Wisconsin is celebrating." And he said, and that's when we told them we were going to drop the bomb. That was the exact phrase, that they were going to drop the bomb. This is the governor of the state of Wisconsin talking about dropping the bomb here in the state of Wisconsin. Well, you drop a bomb when you intend to obliterate people. And what happens is one of two things. Either one, you are successful and you obliterate the people, or if you're not successful in obliterating them, what happens is they fight like they've never fought before. Like we've never seen before. And Peter did a litany of 50, 40, 30, 20 years of the changes they're doing. I'd be surprised if we didn't see a bill where they try to repeal the 20th century. That's what they want to do. They were just, let's just repeal the whole 20th century and go back to the robber baron days, all the stuff that happened in the 1890s in this country, because that's where they want us to be. And this, to me, is a fundamental fight about people being able to support their families in the state of Wisconsin. That's what this is about. There are other issues out there, but that's what this is about. How are families able to support their families? And what you have here is a situation where the actions that Senator Wirch took, I thought were brave actions. And I know... And I remember one in particular, and maybe you all are familiar with this one here, but in Milwaukee, I remember reading about it. They said they were so critical of Bob and the other senators that this has never been done before, this has never been done before. And then someone pointed out, well, wait a minute, Abraham Lincoln got out of the Capitol because he wasn't going to let them railroad him when he was in the Illinois state legislature. So Bob, I'm proud that you are following Abraham Lincoln. Show you my age, and some of you will know this, some of you won't. There was a song when I was growing up by The Who, "We Won't Be Fooled Again." Aging rockers will remember that song. We won't be fooled again, but we cannot sleep through the alarm again. And that's what happened in November. And so this is our opportunity here in Kenosha. It's our opportunity up in Green Bay, in La Crosse, up in Hudson, in Baraboo, in the North Shore of Milwaukee, throughout the state, for people to come out and say, we will not be fooled again. But the only way that happens is if we get out there and vote. And we get our friends out there and vote, because I can tell you, you listen to conservative talk radio, and they're ginning people up, and they're ginning people up, and they're ginning people up, because they want Bob to lose, they want the other senators, Democratic senators, to lose, and they want to make sure that those people who followed lockstep with Governor Walker stay in. We have an opportunity to send a message that Bob Wirch did what was right for the people of this state. He did what was right for the people of Kenosha, and we're proud to have him there. That's what I want him to be reelected resoundingly later this month. So let's get out there. Let's get our friends, our neighbors, everyone we can to get out there for Bob Wirch and send a message. We won't be fooled again. Thank you very, very much.